Did you know that recently there was Lunar New Year? And according to Chinese zodiac, this is the year of the snake. Although I don't really believe in astrology and don't really follow Lunar New Year celebrations either, I still find this topic very fascinating, especially from a visual standpoint. So I've got an idea that started really small, but it will definitely turn into very big project, and I hope you will be as excited as I am right now once I share it with you. So my first idea that I will actually bring to life today is to build a giant snake to commemorate the year of the snake. Well, quite straightforward, and I know just the place where it will fit very well. Yes, we are going to the end. It's perfect place because it has this overworldly space vibe to it. It looks especially impressive with the shaders that I'm using. By the way, in case you were wondering, I'm using complementary reimagined shaders. It's definitely my favorite. So, once I decided where I want to build the snake, I realized one big thing. What if I built entire Chinese zodiac? Yes, it's a huge idea and it's very challenging. Right now my end is a bit of a mess. All of this redstone is left over from the time when I moved Shulker. I haven't done anything to the island at all, and it has very weird terrain to be honest. And the only farms that exist in the end, it's this drowned farm. It was supposed to be a copper farm, and the mechanics are based on zombie reinforcements. Unfortunately, this mechanic has changed in the latest update, and I think this farm doesn't work anymore. Let me check it really fast. Yep, 0 zombie reinforcements. That's so pity. Luckily, I can get unlimited copper in the trial chambers. Anyway, back to my idea. Imagine building 12 different zodiac signs all the way around the island. This is quite a big project. If you've seen other videos that I made, especially videos where I build Pokemon, you may know that it's extremely challenging to build organic builds, so building 12 giant animals is not that straightforward and extremely hard to make build look good. Luckily today we are building a snake, and I hope it won't be too much trouble, and I really hope it won't be a fail, because I want to start this long-term project on a high note. Snake is animal number 6 in Chinese zodiac, that's why I'm building it towards the south. And before I start building snake, of course I need to build a platform. And for the platform I'm gonna use new block, pale moss. That's an excellent block because I'm building a temporary platform. So using a material that is gray will not take away from the main build. And also it will be very easy to replace once I decide what to do with the main platform. And obviously I'm building it so I don't fall into the void. You know, this is hardcore world, and normally I have Totem of Undying to save me from all kinds of dangerous situations. However, Totem of Undying will not save me if I don't pay attention, fall into the void, especially if my elytra is broken. Also, I suspect that Enderman may be able to steal the moss, so once I build the platform I need to spawn proof it very well. I only started building stairs up and I already fell down. I have to be more careful. Luckily this time I was ready. Need to have handy rockets at all times. So I staired up to around 80 blocks up, and this block will be the center of a platform. Yes, this place is a bit far from the main island, but if you think about it, it makes sense. All of the animals will need plenty of space, especially because they all will be giant. But I also have another reason. I only battled the dragon only 2 times, and I only unlocked 2 end gates. So I have to battle the dragon 18 more times. Besides that, you never know what the new update will bring to the game. If I need to respawn the dragon again and again, I really don't want it to destroy my builds, and being a little bit away helps with that. The platform is complete. It is actually much bigger than I expected. I miscalculated a little bit and had to go back to my base 2 times, simply because I ran out of blocks. I have no idea why I didn't calculate how much blocks I need. Obviously, it was my mistake. The platform is completely spawn-proof, so the Enderman cannot get here, so at least I'm safe in that regard. And now I'm ready to start my build. And of course, I didn't come empty-handed. I already collected all of the ingredients that I need for my snake. So the main body of the snake will be made out of crimson hi-fi, with some accents made out of warped stem. For the color variation, I have another world block, red concrete and red terracotta, and the belly will be yellow. Of course, I will need some light blocks to deter any Enderman. And of course, at this point I didn't realize that I'm missing yet another shulker box. For the snake ornaments, I will use a lot of skulk blocks. I chose this color scheme for a reason. Basically, I didn't want the snake to look just like a normal snake. It needs to be epic, it needs to be mythical. And all of those blocks have glint to it, especially when I use shaders. Before I started building, I wanted to check, will this Enderman react to me? It seems that if I look at them, they're a little bit angry, but of course they cannot really teleport all the way to this platform. That's a good sign. I can also use it to my advantage. If I need to repair my tools or my wings, I can make very small protected hut and get all of the Endermen there to repair my tools. You know, I never built an Enderman farm. And quite honestly, I don't plan to. Yes, I know. Those farms are excellent for XP, but right now in the game there are so many useful ways to get XP, and having too many ender pearls is not that necessary. So I don't think I will build any enderman farm anytime soon. But since I'm already in the end here, we can consider that this is my enderman farm. It just maybe I shouldn't use flaming sword. I lose a lot of XP that way. So, while I start building yellow belly of the snake, let me share something with you. I am not sharing it with intent to complain. My intent here is to involve you a bit more in my creative process and explain why some videos are a little bit delayed. So, I've got this idea to build snake for the Lunar New Year. I was quite fast with deciding the shape. Luckily, snake is not the most complicated build to make in Minecraft. I designed the shape quite fast. However, when it came to colors, I simply couldn't decide which color to make my snake, and research didn't help either. This year is supposed to be year of a wood snake. Whatever that means, but whatever references I was trying to find, the snake was either yellow, green or red. So at first I thought to build the snake out of warped wood, but then I changed my mind and changed it to red. After I decided with the build, I started to think about the location. It did not fit with any of my current builds in the overworld. Maybe I could make new location, but I don't want to create new location with my builds. I want to expand all of the current ones. Then I thought I literally have nothing in the nether, but then building in the nether is dangerous. All of the mobs that will spawn, especially ghasts. I thought about how to spawn proof my snake. I could build in certain biomes. I started doing research about that. Additionally, I thought that I need switch for nether mobs, same way as I have mob switch for the overworld. And I kind of didn't want to just copy somebody else's design. I took some general ideas and I was trying to create my own. I didn't succeed, at least not yet. So I spent a lot of time on research and a lot of time about thinking and a lot of time and building a farms that never actually worked. All of this when I already had my build in mind, ready to bring it in the world. Somehow idea of building this in the end was eluding me, and once I thought of it, only then it seemed so obvious. Add all of this into some real world obstacles and work complications, and you can understand why some of the videos take a bit longer time than expected. Thank you for your patience and support. I really appreciate it. The tail of the snake is almost done, and I realized one crucial mistake. I wasn't paying attention to the light levels, and I've got some uninvited guests. I'm sorry, but you cannot be here. I don't know if you can steal any of these blocks, but I don't want to risk. It takes literally one tick and there is another one. I truly need to illuminate this thing. I will use frog light, put it in various places and then cover it with a carpet, so it won't be too visible. Also, I need to make sure that inside is also well illuminated. I'll have to pay attention, but hopefully no more endermen here. I need to defend my builds. No one is allowed here. Anyway, let's continue the build. The snake is much longer. I really like how it looks. Now you can finally understand the shape and the ideas that I'm going for. It still doesn't have a head because, well, I ran out of some blocks. So yet again I have to go back to the overworld. So I think right now we're on the level of the highest tower. Hopefully once I build some other animals, these towers won't be in the end of viewing. In case you didn't know, these towers will respawn next time I'm spawning the dragon, so I have no reason to remove it right now. Although I do use it sometimes to get a little bit of obsidian. I like how the crimson wood has this nice texture. You can almost believe that it scales. I also really like the shape. There is very nice glint to the build. However, if I disable my shader, I still think that it looks cool. Obviously it's not as bright. But the blocks, they still have glint to it if you look really close. You can see the subtle change in colors. Skulk looks really nice too. I think these swirls were a nice addition to it. And this warped wood is the material that I ran out. Because it's one of my favorite blocks to build, I ran out of it quite fast. So before I build the head of the snake, I have to do very fast trip to the overworld. That's not gonna be enough. I have to go to the wood farm. And while going to the wood farm, I was reminded by this beautiful sunflower field. I plant sunflower for each subscriber I get on my YouTube channel, so if you want me to plant sunflower for you, just remember to subscribe. Also, I add sunflowers for my Twitch followers, so if you follow me on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, you get 2 sunflowers. Isn't it nice? Thank you. Well, I guess I have to be here for a while. If I want to have enough materials, this is an excellent wood farm. I don't know what I would be doing without it. Build smaller builds, that's for sure. The main body of the snake is complete. I love how it looks. It's epic, it's grand, and at the same time is quite mythical. There are 2 significant features that the snake is missing: its teeth and the tongue. For teeth, I want to use some bone blocks, and I also want to add some pale oak fence to make it extra pointy. Now it's finally done. The snake is finally complete. And I'm proud of this build. I'm pretty sure it's possible to improve, of course. So obviously I'm open to any feedback. I prefer how the snake looks from the side. I'm not 100% sure how could I improve the view from the front. But I didn't want to build this snake facing any other way. All of the Zodiac animals that I will build in the future, I want them to face towards the main island. Luckily the snake wasn't on an angle. Some of my future builds will have to be on the angle and it's gonna be extra challenging. Obviously, this place needs more decorations. First of all, the platform, but I think I will wait with platforms until the very end, so I can make all of them in the same style as other Zodiac animals. Also, I want to add a lot of ambient decorations. For example, lanterns. Once I have all of the end gates open, I can turn all of them into lanterns. Also, maybe I will connect all of the animals somehow. This is a giant project that I'm about to take. But it's not gonna be the only thing that I'm doing in the meantime. I don't know if I want to build them in order. So I had an idea. Maybe you can comment down below what's your favorite zodiac sign and which one do you want me to build next. Obviously I cannot wait 12 years to build them one by one when their time comes. But maybe I can do something like building one every month and then it will be done by the next year. So what do you think about my idea? And what do you think about this snake? Is there something I could improve? Or is there any ideas that I'm missing here? Please let me know. I hope you had a wonderful time and see you in my next video. Bye!